Y'all, I have been trying to record this and just have not been feeling the way it's been flowing. So let's try it one more time. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? We are reviewing Claws season number 2, episode number 8, Crossroads. If it's your first time visiting my channel, what up though? Go ahead, click that red subscribe button to become a ray of sunshine. And everyone's clicking the notification bell because you don't want to miss another Claws review. Like, honestly, you don't. So I was thinking, shit, this should be like the Revelations episode, the breakup episode, the moment of truth episode. Fuck Crossroads. Like, they've been in a crossroads. Anyway, when the scene opens up, you see the ladies trying to figure out where Desna is. Is she with the Palmetto Police Department? Is she with the Sheriff's Department? Nobody knows. You know, they're questioning Dean. Virginia's like, are you sure? He's all like, really, bitch? I know what the fuck it looks like. I watch Law and Order SVU. I know what an unmarked car looks like. In the meantime, Desna's over in the she's in the interview room at the police station and being questioned by Arlene and her partner. What the fuck is the partner's name? Let me know down below in the comments because I don't know her name. And they tell her what her charges are. Money laundering carries a really hefty sentence of 25 years. You know, and Des is like, does Quiet Ann know you're a police officer? I thought you got fired. Worry about yourself and your brother. Ain't you worried about your brother? Worried about yourself. You know, but Desna, I'm going to give it to her. She ain't cracking under pressure, knowing exactly what has to go on. But it makes me think about, do you have a contingency plan for Dean, Desna? Do you? Like, when you're taking care of someone that has special needs, you got to have a contingency plan, especially if you ain't on the up and up. Okay, I digress. In addition, we go to the nail shop. You know, Dean's like, fuck all that faking. She's in jail. Y'all, I got paint up under my nails from helping my mother. So excuse them. They look real ugly. I think I'm going to go get them fixed. But Desna also calls. And when she calls to talk to Polly, she says, Polly, shut up. Don't say nothing. Listen to what I got to say. Y'all know I'm always ad-libbing. She's all like, somebody's wearing a wire. We in trouble. I need a lawyer. Get your lawyer. It's go time. And go time meaning we need to clean up, shred up all the documents as it relates to any of the money laundering. Now, I'm with Dean. Y'all making bad choices. And the bad choice number 1 was that y'all would fucking keep the records at the same location as the salon. Like, anything in that place of business, I would think should have been on the up and up. But maybe I misunderstood, and I'm sure y'all going to clear that up for me down below in the comments, because Dean is not with it. He's all like, you know what? I'm going to handle it myself because y'all a bunch of idiots. You know, and Virginia's concerned about her man, but they like, we got work to do. Like, so what? I got to choose the crew over my man? Like, how about y'all? So that's pretty much what they did. I know Des is in trouble. That's her brother. So he's going to do something. I need to go and help him because he's on the spectrum. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Did Virginia make the right decision by going with the girls to help out, or should she have gone with Dean? Y'all let me know down below in the comments, okay? Well, Arlene comes and talks to her as if she's a friend since she's fucking Quiet Ann, and she's all like, you really need to think about your brother. You can have 25 years for this. Have you considered what he's going to do? What you going to do? And she's like, that's who I'm thinking about, my brother. And again, I'm like, what's the contingency plan? Is Polly your contingency plan? Is Jennifer your contingency plan? What is it? I mean, you've done well, but what is it? Because you concern yourself about him all the time. My hand is itching. Am I getting some money, y'all? So we see that she's being transported or whatever, and she's nervous as fuck. Scared, nervous. And so if you're going to be a criminal and you're going to do any kind of criminal activity, you cannot be afraid. If you can't deal with the consequences of blue chambray or orange jumpsuit child, you don't need to be doing nothing illegal. No illegal activity. I mean, I done been into a jail holding cell myself before. You don't be nervous and shit like that. Like, what is your girl? If you don't relax, the fuck? I mean, you go through your mind, but she is visibly shook. Visibly shook. As we can see, Bryce is feeling better. The surgery went well, so he didn't die during surgery, y'all. But he is high as a kite, and I'm all like, okay, do they not? I thought that they asked you about your drug history when you in the fucking hospital. I believe they do, because he high as a kite, and I'm not sure if that's good for a recovering addict. I guess the certain amount of doses, but the motherfucker's high, like enjoying the high, like hallucinating with the high. Hallucinating, and it's one of Jimmy Pink's favorite things, a fantasy sequence, because Janet told him, you could be like Tony Robbins. You got a story, you've been shot. Tony Robbins ain't never been shot. And so he's up there doing a TED talk in his fantasy, like, you know, he's the man, but who pops in his head but Hank? And when he pops in, he taunts him about fucking his wife. He taunts him about being a crackhead, honey. But when he opens up his eyes, Hank is there putting some shit in his fucking IV. Now, at first I thought maybe he is fucking still hallucinating. But no, that nigga said, I'm going to be a better father and husband than you ever were. I'm going to cornrow Brienne's hair. Was that in the dream? I don't know, because you know Brienne is black. She wants to be black, I'm sure. Cornrows and all. So he's freaking out about that. And then I'm thinking this is when he dies, because he's putting something in his IV. And then at that same breath, I'm all like, if he had put something in his IV, would he have made it out? Okay, hold that thought, because we ain't even got to that part. Well, who the fuck does Desna run into in the fucking holding cell? Her real estate agent, Mandy. Mandy, who was uppity and snooty and all of that shit when she first met her in season 1, who was helping her get a better nail salon. Y'all remember that? Mandy is a fucking cokehead. She's an addict. And they're looking real spent and worn and tired, okay? They said she looks thinner, but she looked like the same skinny white girl that she did last season. Nonetheless, I get the point. And Desna has the nerve to give her a pep talk in there. Like, you look bad. You need to do better. When you get out, go get some help. You know, because Mandy's husband and took all the money and shit and ran off but fucking spent all the money. So she just writing bad checks and getting high. Like, what the fuck, Mandy? But I mean, people who don't know how to manage crises end up doing shit like that. End up getting hooked on stuff, especially if you already an addict. If you feel like you need to drink or to smoke or to do something to numb the pain, the likelihood of some catastrophic event happening and you fucking getting spin out of control because you don't have no control over yourself is a high possibility. Thank God my only vice is food. That's why I'm fat as fuck, but I'm still cute. Well, Roller tells Uncle Daddy, who doing blow, opened up a whole key, honey, of blow and doing it like, I'm all like, this nigga is something else. Tells Uncle Daddy, Desna's in jail. She got picked up. She got popped. We need to get her out of there. He does care about her immensely, but, you know, he still ain't got good sense. Ken's fucking freaking out because he knows that it was him inadvertently when he mentioned Desna's name. He didn't really mean to, but nonetheless he did because he's not that bright. He's too spastic. He can't do shit right. We'll come back to them in a second. But we also see Madame talking to her son, who swims up to her in the fucking pool and shit. And he's all, you know, she's all like, you're too into that woman. And listen, she's playing you. She wants to take over the whole operation. He's like, I'll take care of it. Like, I'm all like, there was something else that was said, and I might as well say it now. Well, no, let's just wait. Let's just wait, y'all. Let's just wait. Let's go in order. Zlata calls and was like, you know, I didn't know. You know, Madame had already said, you know, anything a soldier does, you know, the leader told him to do, right? And so she's like, I didn't have anything to do with it. I found Boris, you know, and she knows that he doesn't really believe that she's innocent of it. You know, Ken is just giving himself away with being so spastic and anxious and crazy, and he's that way with Roller, and Roller didn't even pick up on the shit. Like, you should be picking up on it. You should be paying attention to what people say. And that's funny that Fucking Marnie's mom says that later on. Fucking ghetto bird. Well, we see the lady shredding the documents. Like I said, I just don't understand that whole concept of keeping the dirty books with the clean books at the salon. But what the fuck do I know? Like, I'm not a criminal. I just got fucking common sense. And Virginia calls Dean, and Dean's like, I'm taking care of it. He's at the police station demanding to see his sister. Wants to bail her out. This is all the money that I made while dancing. And actually, as civil servants, I think police aren't astute enough of who a person is. Like, I know they deal with a lot of very volatile situations. But if you're at the front counter, you're supposed to be patient. You're supposed to be able to listen and to discern things about people. And what should have been discerned was that fucking Dean is on the spectrum. He wasn't being spastic. He wasn't being crazy. He wasn't angry. Talking about you going to arrest him and you putting his hands on him. And anybody who knows anybody with autism, depending on the severity of it, they don't look at you and they don't want to be touched. They are really socially inept. So, I mean, that put him in an uncomfortable place. So Jenn calls Bryce, giving him an update. And Bryce tells her, oh, I just had a dream about Hank. He was here. And then I woke up, he was really here, and he was putting drugs into my IV. Jenn kind of brushes him off like, okay, you high. I'm going to talk to the doctor about decreasing the morphine because this ain't right. Nonetheless, he's trying to tell her. They hang up. I'll talk to you later, baby. When she looks around, Hank has replaced all the photos of Bryce with pictures of him. And it's so funny because she looks up right when he says it. Like, I would have thought that he was bullshitting too. Then when the bitch hears some shit in the kitchen and goes in the kitchen and that nigga Hank is in there cooking in the kitchen, I was like, he's crazy. We know he's crazy. We knew he was crazy when he was standing outside in front of that in front of that hospital, staring at the windows they were at. Probably couldn't see it because the hospital was probably too big, but we knew, we got the picture. The nigga was crazy. At the nail shop, the FBI is coming in, taking all the documents, and guess what? The ladies didn't finish shredding the shit because they got too much shit going on. Like, y'all, I already told you how I felt twice about that shit. And Desna goes to court and she's looking around because she's being arraigned and she don't see her girls, who of course Arlene was on her way there, but Ken got there and was trying to talk to her and trying to, tell her what was going on. And the FBI come. I said that? I did. Well, at the arraignment, nobody's there. The judge is reading off her charges. They are money laundering, racketeering, and structure. The defense attorney is like, we want to remand her over the weekend. The in comes, I thought it was going to be Dean, but in came a lawyer, heavyset white chick. Talks about how she's an upstanding citizen of the community, and a business owner, small business owner, yada, yada, yada. And bail set at $500,000 and you need $50,000. And she's all like, well, where'd they come up with that money from? Because still, Desna's under the impression that this is Polly's lawyer, or Polly sent them. Well, when she leaves, she's like, how did they come up with $50,000? And she was like, they didn't. And outside is waiting Zlata. She gets in the car with Zlata. Honey, and now Zlata finds herself in a precarious situation. So she decides she wants to tell Desna everything. That she had betrayed her, that her and Greg had been working together, Dr. Raval had been working together, that he's here to betray her, and he's going to try to kill her, and we need to get to him first. And then you hear somebody in the trunk. Come to find out that was Polly's lawyer. I'm just like, seriously, Zlata? You really are covering your own ass and and can't be trusted. You aren't loyal at all to anybody but yourself. Like, I need to save my ass by any means necessary. But when it comes down to it, how many people do you think would think about somebody else in that situation? I know that I'm loyal, and I could not innately, I'm loyal. I could not do the things that Zlata has done, even if I was Zlata, some queen pin or some shit. I mean, you got people you trust, and you've been saying, I trust you, but really, you don't. Okay, let me get back on task. Fucking Hank is like, we're gonna when the girls get here, we're gonna get on the plane, we're going to Israel, and we're gonna get things right, we're gonna correct it. I was like, she really did put it down on him. You know, that's when they get real crazy. They get to put down, okay? I ain't never had no man, well, I've had 2 people stalk me before, but not to this extent. So I was like, my pussy must not be magical, because that motherfucking Jenn. Let me try and hurry up. Well, you know, since the feds are coming, since Desna has been arrested, Uncle Daddy's like, we got to get rid of this shit. And he calls the Dixie Mafia. He calls whatever that version of it is, his little cousin, Kid K. Cousin Kid K. And honey, Kid K double crosses him like, you working with the Russians. We want all the coke. And we finna kill you because my daddy killed, the Russian bitch killed him, and you lying in the bed with him. Well, Uncle Daddy was quick on his feet, and as you can see, they didn't die this episode, okay? As a matter of fact, they actually will get on board to take the Russians out with Uncle Daddy, with the Dixie Mafia, and he's got his spirit stick, so I ain't got to talk about them no more. That's enough about them. So now listen, while Bryce was holding Jenn hostage because, you know, he loves her, she started thinking quick on her feet, because honestly, when she had told him, you need to get out of here now, I was thinking to myself, girl, you know he crazy. You see it in his eyes. What you need to be doing is trying to play along and figure out how in the fuck I'm gonna get out of this shit. That's what you need to be doing. If you know anything at all, and you didn't watch enough Force 48, and you didn't watch enough of all these fucking crime shows, true crime and all that shit, you know you need to at least play the game for a little while. At least stall yourself some time. I mean, shit. I mean, I know I would have probably been all happy to see him and shit. I probably would have even tried to fuck him real quick, put him to sleep, and they're gonna be crying and shit. Put him to sleep real good. Like, you gotta do something. You gotta think quicker than you think. Anyway, so, you know, she uses the kids wanting to eat and having pizza as her means to get to the phone, but you know, he's all like, yeah, no, I'm gonna call Steve's. Fortunately for her, Bryce calls on the other line, and she's able to click over without Hank noticing, and gives him code, you know, pizza, kosher pizza, Jewish guy, you know, my friend only eats kosher and we'll be on the plane. And like, she gives really good clues. Are you in trouble? Absolutely. All these clues. And I'm all like, seriously, dude, Bryce, your first instinct is to take all your fucking leads and shit off and go. Okay, I get that you gonna go. But I was like, you need to be making some phone calls. How in the fuck is you gonna get there? Desna gets back to the shop. She tells everybody what's going on. She talks about, what's her face, Zlata, you know, and that she's finna climb back in bed with her. I'm finna help her get rid of Ruval or whatever the fuck. And Quiet Ann's like, you ain't learned your lesson? And then she hits Quiet Ann with, and Arlene's a cop. Oh my God. She didn't believe her. Called her a lying bitch. But you know that's what people do, right? You try to tell them something about their spouse and they don't believe you. That's what they do. But fortunately for us, Quiet Ann understands that Desna wouldn't lie to her. She was crushed. You could actually see her heart go through her chest, down her stomach, into the soles of her feet, back up through her mouth, up through her chest and outside her mouth. Like, I felt the pain that she felt. I was like, poor Tink. Polly gets home and Marnie is there with her mom. Marnie's mom is like, I'm clean. I want you back. I've always thought about you. And Polly's like, no. Pretty much that's it. But Marnie's mom said something really profound to her. You need to listen to what people are trying to tell you, because people were trying to tell her you need to clean up your act, blah, blah, blah. And so it clicked. Oh my God, I need to talk to Ken. Ken walks in the door right at the same time. They dismiss the mother. She dismisses Marnie and she talks to Ken, and she tells Ken, I can't believe you. You know, he ends up telling her that it was him, and she's all like, you're not loyal. And for the most part, baby, they broke up. Ken was shook. He didn't know what to think. His heart had been broken. So I don't know if that's a good thing because now he ain't got nothing to lose. Polly was the only reason that he had put himself in that kind of danger in the first place. But I'm with Polly. You were supposed to try and fucking tell me something. You're in there with me every day. You could have wrote me a little note, and on the front of it said, "Walk out to read this." You know what I'm saying? There could have been a million ways he could have told her about the wire. And I feel like, do you guys think that he should have told her? I'm saying yes, that he should have told her. Because, you know, he loved her. Like, unless you really trying to get her caught up. You know what I'm saying? But his loyalty wasn't to nobody but Polly. And I could see his point. But I really feel like he should have said something to Polly directly. Indirectly. By writing a letter or something. Well, when we get back to Dean, Dean's working hard at the strip club trying to get some of that anger off that he has. And in comes Virginia. Now, there's a guy in there that has pills. And he's all like, this will get you going. And I'm wondering if Dean is going to try them pills, y'all. What y'all think? I done put on some weight. What y'all think? Y'all think Dean going to try them pills? I really feel like, why are you introducing that to us? Are you introducing it to us because he's going to do what strippers do, you know, because they get drunk and they get high and stuff, so they're able to be numb and deal with this shit. So do you think that that's what's going to happen? Let me know down below in the comments, because I don't have predictions. I just have questions, lots of questions. When Virginia walks in, Virginia's good for him, like really calms his spirit. And Dean voices his concern, like, she treats me like I'm a kid, because she's like, do you tell her how you feel? And she tells him, you're a man. You take care of me. You're a man. And he's all like, yeah, I'm a man. And that little touch, that's his, like, kissing her. That's his little touch. Because it's kind of shy. Kind of, you know, shit. I'm all like, y'all, he finna leave. This is what I say in my mind. Like, she done pushed him up. Pep talked him into leaving. Did I say that Arlene broke up with Arlene? Did I say that Polly broke up with Key and kicked him out the house? Get your shit and go. Did I say that later she was crying on the couch because she was feeling some kind of way about it? And she was like, well, at least I have you, Marnie. Marnie gonna go with her mama. It is what it is. I mean, it's your mother. And though she does a lot of things to you, you still love your mother. She's gonna go give her mother another chance. But I feel like Marnie's gonna end up back with Polly again anyway. But that's how I feel like that's a storyline that they get to keep open. She's going to go with her mama. Her mama going to go back on drugs or do some shit. And she'll be able to come back. My thoughts. Well, on the way on the way home to drop Desna off, Quiet Ann stops at Arlene's. And she confronts Arlene about being a cop. And Arlene said, what, you thought you were going to get an apology out of me? You not. I had to do what I had to do when you almost got me fired. When you got me fired, this was my only option in. So I had to do what I had to do. And I can totally understand that, but I don't understand how she would string her along. Because, of course, Quiet Ann was like, so none of this meant anything? And Arlene was like, is it going to change something? It's not. I'm not apologizing. And she said, I can't be with a liar. There's the door. Now, you saw that Arlene was hurt behind it. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be successful with their case and the Russians and the Haitians. I don't think that now I'm looking at it like that might not be how it all ends. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm feeling like maybe quite possibly it backfires. And Arlene realizes she really loves Quiet Ann and tries to get her back. I don't know. I be making shit up. I don't do predictions. I do questions. But that's the way my mind goes while I'm watching the show. Anyway, so she exits and you know that Quiet Ann is heartbroken. And then I have a question for you. Do you think the only reason Quiet Ann was really going straight was because she wanted to be with Arlene? Knowing what was happening, that she wanted to be with Arlene. And Arlene was like, well, you and your friends do, you and your crew, y'all ain't the business, that ain't right. So what do y'all think? Was she only going straight for Arlene, or is she genuinely tired of the shit? Or now that her and Arlene have broken up, she back in the game, y'all? Let me know down below, because I got questions. I always got a fucking lot of questions, and I got so many questions that we too far in. Well, we seen Bryce show up, honey, and go toe-to-toe with Hank to a certain extent, and I'm glad that he called the police, Because otherwise they would have been fucked, right? They would have been fucked. But Jenn was like, he here now. We gonna die together. The last thing is that Desna gets home and she sees bags packed, a pink bag, and here comes Dean. And he pretty much says, Desna, I'm done. I can't handle this anymore. You lie, you're a criminal. I can't do it. This ain't for me. I'm not really built for this. I'm a man. We're moving out. Oh, she's heartbroken. I mean, it's been her and Dean forever. But now guess what? She gets to worry about herself knowing that Virginia's going to take care of her brother. And I guess she starts thinking about a plan, thinking of a master plan. It ain't nothing but something inside my hand, child. I think it's the mic inside my hand. Nonetheless, I can't wait for next episode because we get to see Arlene's twin. She pops up with more of an auburn hair color and not a real true red, but an auburn hair color. So I say, let's see what happens. Tell me what you think about this week's episode. Is Bryce and Jenn leaving? Do you think Virginia and Dean will make it out on their own in their own apartment? How about Polly? Do you think, like I think, that Marnie's going to go back with her mother? The Dixie Mafia, do you think all that shit is going to blow up because Desna's got her own plan? Oh, that's what I didn't say anything about Desna's plan. She goes to see Zlata and tells Zlata, listen, you fucked me. I can't trust you, but I'm going to help you get rid of him under my terms. She says, here's a new plan, because I don't trust your fucking ass. I'm going to marry Greg. I think that's the wrong, I don't know. I'm going to marry Greg. We're going to kill him. The mama going to come after her. They're going to kill him. You know he gone this season, right? This is it. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to sign over all his assets to you except for the clinic. I keep the clinic. She's all like, you have to open me 5 more clinics. She's like, I'll give you 3. And that's it. I think that they end up killing Greg. I think that Madame ends up being a fixture and figures out how to come back after Desna. Like, I think that they are setting us up for future episodes. Goodness gracious. So that just about covers everything. Actually, it does cover everything in this episode. I'm so sorry that it was so long. This is why I had a hard time recording this shit. Thank you so much for watching my review of Claws Season 2, Episode number 8, Crossroads. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll see you on the next video.